Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the airship map. We're playing as a green player out of the third position, and I'm weighing my options on this game here, everybody. We have some interesting opportunities here. I've got a actually 2-point hold over the +5 in the middle that extends actually into a greater 2-point with Red's cap on the right here. That actually might not be a bad spot. There's a 1-point hold here over these three bonuses. I don't trust that White's not going to cap behind me. This is not a 1-point hold here. I believe this purple territory on Trash Can does hit into rifles. So I don't want to risk that, although that bonus does look appealing, as does this capital here on Burger Creation. I still think this is better, and then I can just play for this. White might cap here anyway. Both of those spots are pretty easily thwarted by the white player. We're not going to cap behind red. That doesn't make any sense. I think I'm going to go here because it gives me access to the middle, and that way I'm not stuck behind red or anything like that. Only purple sees me, and hopefully purple won't cap in this area. He could take the 1-point hold behind me, which would be a little bit disappointing. I think it might make the most sense to try to early rush the +3, +2 behind myself if white and purple do not cap back here. Red is probably going to early rush their +4 that they're in electrical. Purple goes up top, hoping white goes on this 2 back here in the pocket for the 2 bonus hold back there, and doesn't bother with the 2 here on the 1 bonus hold here that he doesn't have any vision in. But this cap here I think is solid. White does not go back here. Purple does not go back here. There's a chance that like blue or pink could take a split spot on this wire panel territory, but I think that would be pretty foolish. Yeah, so then the question becomes, can I take this and still defend my cap? And also, am I correct in saying that Trash Can attacks rifles? Because I'm not fully positive that that is actually true. This may have been a 1-point hold that I passed up on. But again, I think this cap being closer to the middle of the board is going to be better anyway. And there is still a 1-point card block on both me and red from the middle here if that's held. So red, interestingly, does not take this full bonus. Attacks off to the side. Doesn't have this down here. I think he grabbed the +1 here. But you'd think he'd play for all of this behind himself anyway. So we'll see what we can pull off. We should start with 7 troops. So the question becomes, does this go the way that I want it to? Blue is up here. It takes me out of there. We still do start with 7 troops. I'm going to bank on this pathing the way that I think it does. So we're going to go this here, and then I am going to go 4 troops in here in the hopes of being able to attack up into... It is white there. Interesting. It does not. That is a 1-point hold on that territory that I had there, which is very, very interesting. So I will just bring this back to capital for safety purposes. That is a misleading territory drawing then, in my opinion. These 2 territories very much look like they connect. I know that it doesn't... like, it just goes up too far. They could have just stopped this at the next to pistols there, and that probably wouldn't have been an issue. So we do take this +3. There's a chance that red breaks us, but we have actually a better break on red, I feel like, than they have on us. Or maybe an equal break. I don't love what purple did here with their troops. It ended up working out for them, but I would have just rather they hit the whole thing here and then defend the capital. But white starts with 8, so they have retained 12 to 14 territories. We don't know where they're operating out of, though, so that'll be interesting to see. We're on 18 territories right now. I don't anticipate that holding. It does look like white is going to play behind here, which is very, very interesting because I thought that blue was in this bonus up here, which would explain why white didn't cap here, but maybe white has the +1 in comms. White may have just taken the blue player's cap. If this was where blue attacked off of, and that territory didn't come back from vault vents, that could be very interesting. I would like to take this bonus here. I would also like to take engine room if I can. And if we manage to hold the +3 here, I think that's certainly doable. Red did come with material out of this lower area. I think it was likely from the +1 at the bottom. If we see them getting like 8 troops, that would make sense to me. We do see them getting 8 troops. That does make sense to me. Don't put a bunch here. Just put like 2. He puts 4. He's going to break me there. He is absolutely going to break me on this line here. Might even take his bonus as well. He doesn't break me. Blue did lose his capital. Both of those things are true. No, no. Go into the corner. I wish I had known how this oriented itself, man. That's such a bummer. He's going to win this. I know he's going to win it. They always stink it. Okay. Because I need to take this. I need to get him out of here so that I can take this up here. Because red is going to hit me on this next turn. You don't leave the 4 there unless you're planning on doing that. A very aggressive play by blue. We're at a bit of an awkward moment here because I do think that red's just going to sweep up through here and knock me out. But blue left 2 in the corner here. If this fortifies out, that'll make my job easier. Oh, did he lose one? He might have left one in the corner. All right, then in that case, I'm still going to put 7 here just in case. I want red out of this pocket as well. Just in case he left a troop back here. He did not. That's good to know. I think that's fine as an 8 right now. I'm going to put this here just so red doesn't try to come up this way and break me. Purple gets 10. So purple may have actually taken the +2 there as well, and I just didn't notice. I don't think my position I do feel is bad in the short term. I don't feel it is bad in the long term. So the reason I think it's bad in the short term is I do believe the red player is going to break me here. I don't really have a good retaliatory play. That's why if I had chosen this capital here on burger creation, we would have had a better play for defense of this position when red comes in from the side. This cap, I think, is better later because we hold a little bit more, especially if we manage to get red out of here. This 2-point is very, very interesting. And the +5 is a more valuable bonus. But again, this doesn't defend it as well. It's more to play as far out as possible to hold as much board behind me for the late game. It's definitely more of a late game capital. Both of these caps would have been 1-point card blocks, or 2-point card blocks, I guess, if they hold. Now, pink getting 8. I don't know where that is, what they'd be holding. Maybe next to purple up here. Or actually, more accurately, it's going to be this +2 in comms. They are behind the original white capital. They might even be trying to slow roll or blitzing the white cap. They just take the split side of this. I don't think they will be able to get in here, provided that red and I hold our position well enough. That's a very aggressive play by pink, but I think it'll work out for him, especially because he's making this move after white's turn. So if he does manage to get this capital, that'd be a pretty good deal for him. Red gets 10. Hopefully this is taking this and not expanding into me. I feel like he's going to add troops here, though. I'm fairly certain he's going to break me. Oh, he puts all 10 there. This 4 might actually stay then. Break me next turn then? I don't really want white down in here. So maybe what I do here is I hit this, put a 6 here. We're going to get both of these bonuses, which is good. He must have split them. He can't get me and pink out of here. I think he knows that too. I'm not fully convinced that he took this bonus. Blue's only getting 3 now. I do think that, and he's botted. I think that blue trying to play for this bonus, and I understand why he did, but he should have known. I feel like he just too much board invisibility. I am going to hit white out of here. This is what's going to fortify up to cap. We're going to hit this. I don't know what's here, right? We don't want to take that risk of guessing. I'll leave the 2 there on defense. It basically feels like I'm playing true random right now. This is a solid position to hold, and I may get broken by red, right? But if I manage to hold the +5, we may have the retaliatory play that we want here. Now, my one concern is I imagine purple hits me here. I need to either retain this one or this one because I don't want to hit into red. I don't even want to pose a threat to red. I'd rather red just hold his +1, his +2, and his +4 and call it a day. I hold my +3, my +2, and my +5, which, if you're doing the math, does add up to 2 more troops than what he would be getting. 10 versus 8. No, actually, 3 more troops. I didn't. Yeah, these bonus. This one's better by 2 over his 1. I wasn't even. Yeah, if you're doing the math, you're probably doing it better than I just did. So we'd get 10, he'd get 8 per turn in terms of extra generated troops. He is holding more territory, so that probably levels it out. But I don't think it's more by a lot. But we've got these 2 positions over here that I'd like to play off of, especially if white is stuck up here, right? Because you've got a ways to go. Pink behind white. White gets 8. Pink gets 11. So he held. White did not break him here in this +2. So I don't know where white's original capital is, but whatever just happened there is very interesting. We'll see if he somehow ends up on... Well, actually, if he only ends up 2 caps, we won't see that flip. I don't know if white defended this well enough, but if I hold all of this 15 cap, theoretically, and you know, red doesn't break me, theoretically we could make a play off of this, especially if pink is playing aggressively into white. Yeah, he got out of here. Or no, he came up from top here. Hits to the left. I could dump, just, I feel like the 15 cap's safe enough where I could dump everything here and be fine. Red does pick up the +4 as well. So theoretically, he clears the pocket behind us, and then it's just me and him holding collective pockets together. And once the trades come in, we can probably bust through this area here. And if he doesn't aggress me, we'll hold the line. I almost wonder if it makes more sense to hit him early here, but I'm not going to... If he doesn't hit me, I'm not going to hit him. And I know that might seem foolish, like why let this guy hold as much board as he is? To be honest, I don't know. I think that it's just... I think it makes sense to do that. Red hit more than 2 spots there, but I do think that the good play here, we bring this 3 back to cap. I think a 17 cap holds fine, especially if red doesn't come aggress us. And more importantly, I think knowing that pink is trapped behind white, I think is the most important part of this game right now. And so knocking him out of this external position up here, even if it means purple comes over and hits me, I think that that's a solid play. So I'm going to do that to try to force pink into white, especially if he doesn't have the capital. Oh. His pathing here was not what I expected. I'm going to leave that back there. I think he busted. I think he took the cap from white, and white's capped in a completely different spot on the board then. I think I've played against this Kara Phoenix player before as well. Either that or he's bookending white's cap here, but if he ends up getting 2 + 2, yeah, white's only getting 6, so white lost that cap. I misread that then. I could have gotten through here. Hopefully he opens up my 8. He won't be able to break me down here, because again, it's only red and I in this region. Alright. He'll get 13 troops here, though. 15. He'll get 15. 14? I think he'll get 14. 2, 2, 2, 6. Double capital. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He likely gets 15 if he has any troops on any other part of the board. That's dreadful dice for white, but we do lose that position over there, which is not ideal. This is tough. That is not great. Yeah, he gets 14. All right, so that's actually good to know because this is exclusively his position over here. And if he doesn't map this out correctly, he doesn't have any defense. He loses 4. That's really, really good, especially if he gets back to the 8 here. Actually stops. And not only does he stop, he actually pulls troops forward. Red is getting 19. Red somehow has the +2 split. I did not anticipate that. Because he was getting 15 before, which I think mathed out right. 2, 1, 4. That's an additional 7 on top of the 5 that you get, plus a couple extra troops. I think he took this +2. But he's still not aggressing me. He actually card skips. I don't agree with a bot in the game on card skipping. But I also don't think that I'm going to be able to hit pink here, even with all of his troops off of capital. I have a +2 in Valves. If this was Valves, I would consider it. But Valves is actually going to be behind me. Is it worth just... Oh, that's going to eliminate. All right, that's going to knock me out of there. We're at risk of a 1-point hold and passing in front of red's cap, which I don't... Actually, no, red's here, so we don't pass in front of red's cap. I think this is the right play. I think aggressing pink here is the right play. Especially if we get good dice. Which we do not. I think that was absolutely the right choice. I think trading early and taking that, capitalize off of the position. Pink will trade here, but what Pink wasn't expecting is that I had those 8 troops that he saw earlier, that I finished him off with, go back in here. Now if red hits me, maybe red's able to win this cap. I think that was the right play into pink. Now pink staying here is risky for me, but if I hold all of this board still, pink doesn't trade and just retakes the cap. We may even have the elimination. And again, we mathed it out. Double capital plus the triple 6 bonuses, or triple 2s to make 6. 6 plus double capital would have been 13. He would have only had 12 to 14 territories. He does trade in. I just don't think this is going to be enough. He also, I think he still exists elsewhere on the board. So even if he gets this, this is a clear-cut elimination. Does he come on? He doesn't come on cap here, so he's going to open the 8 cap thinking that he still has this. But again, we had that fortify from the back. So theoretically, he should protect this. Slow rolling this I don't think is wise. I really think that this is not the right play. Even if you win this now, you still know that I'm going to have quite a few troops coming into you. And now he has no defense back here. So unless red somehow gets up here and strikes, we should get this pretty much for free. Unless purple has a bunch of generation on this next turn. So red, I think, probably has at least 30 troops on his capital, which is probably more closer to 40, 45, which is definitely risky. I didn't even realize we had this 5 back here that I can fortify that back to cap. If red breaks me, we've still got the distribution up top to attack. Hopefully red didn't take any cards on the last turn, so he should still get 19, right? So if he doesn't eliminate blue here, which again, I think red's overthinking it with the card skipping there. When you got bots in the game and aggressive plays and whatnot, I don't know that it's worth it to skip. Because there's a good chance the blue bot would have set in. Or I guess he would have been on 5 cards, right? So fair enough. Red is playing aggressively here. Now, there is the risk. If red had double cap on this spot, I think my cap here is still more valuable if red is venturing this way. And if red eliminates blue here, I think that's a mistake as well, because if you eliminate the blue player right now, you skipped for no reason because you're taking their cards regardless. He doesn't eliminate blue. Blue probably trades. It actually has a bonus. I think it has that +3 right in front of purple. So who knows what red hit there. The bot actually doesn't take a card, so that's interesting. We get 25 troops. I think that should be fine. I don't think this will be the pink elimination. Almost missed this spot. Don't want to split too much back there. I want to make sure purple doesn't get this cap either. It is not the pink elimination. That is okay. Purple gets 12. So even if purple ventures back this way, we now have 2 separate cap options that people have to block. We've basically fed pink to somebody else, which, again, it is what it is. He's not on 3 cards, so it's not even the most threatening thing in the world because we got him to trade early. And now we have, again, basically the +14, +13 that he was getting before added on to our generation on top of that. We did just get 25 troops, so maybe red will feel threatened by us. Maybe we just fed the pink kill to somebody else. I'm not sure. We know purple is here. We know red is here. I don't know where white's original capital is. So it's possible I may have just fed pink to white because I don't know where white's original is. And maybe white takes the pink and blue kills here. Who knows? Red is actually going to get the second best trade in again because the blue bot did not set. So... or he will get the best trade in if somebody eliminates blue right now. We have a trade on 3. If red gets our double capital position, that's not great. A lot of material here to chew through, though, so we would potentially have a retake opportunity, and we'd still generate quite a bit because somebody would have to venture up into us. Now, I would like to find pink if I can, so I may get aggressive on this turn with a trade in, especially after red trades. Otherwise, if... There's really 2 opportunities here. The first opportunity is if red doesn't kill blue or pink, we have the opportunity to try to find both of those players for their cards and trading in early. And I don't think it's a bad idea to trade in early. We'd get the 15. Worst case, we still have decent cap defense. in both spots. And I'd be able to look at the stuff in the middle of the board. Now, pink has botted, so I don't know where this attack is going to come from. We don't know where it's going to venture into. If he's even going to get cards. It does get a card, so red might find this for 3 cards off of their own trade-in and play into me, which is a little bit risky. So finding where white is, and again, white's getting a +1. I think that's probably fan room or bathrooms. We have pathing up on the top line through purple if we need to get over there, but I don't really want to use that. Red might be eliminating blue, in which case, again, why card skip? But I'm almost hoping he's going for pink and then pink's in the box. He actually eliminates white. Interestingly, red eliminates white there, who did trade early. Gets the 15 trade there. So I didn't even consider that as an option. And again, the card skipping is interesting, but the card skipping worked here to eliminate white. I agree with it in that position. Now if he's eliminating blue, that's pretty solid as well. We will have the trade on 3 here. A little bit of splitting in here on the blue kill, but he should have that. If he's going for purple, I definitely don't think he has the purple elimination. I do think he likely has blue here, though. And I'm correct in that assumption. That trades him in as well. So this is very aggressive plays by red, but at the end of the day, you still only have maximum of 2 capitals here, and you still have to defend both of them. I guess the ultimate question is, does he have pink lined up as well? He does not. So we can trade here for actually 30, I believe. And we get 36 troops. We trade for 25. We don't set off of pink, but we have a decent opportunity here. I'm hunting. Where do we think pink is? 55, I think, is enough there. Stand to pink? All right. Got 11 there. I'm honestly looking for the white cap. I want to see what purple does here. We're back on 4 cards. So is red. We have a trade. So does red, most likely. Purple sets. Hopefully that doesn't come back here. Okay. This may not actually roll enough here. I think this is a mistake by purple. I'm not sure why he's doing this. Bad dice. All right, loses 1. I don't think he can get everything back here, even if he wins this capital. Fail? I don't think you should even try the 26 on 15, to be honest. He does not. That is good for me. I went venturing there. Red's going to get a ton of troops here. Actually only gets 22. I'm a little bit surprised by that. We don't open his cap. I can actually card block red. It obviously breaks me on the bottom line here. Still hold all of this over here. If he doesn't trade, I don't want to trade either. Like, do I really want to let him hold all that? He's moving much slower than he was when he eliminated those other players. I'm a bit surprised by that. Remembers that he's using the 17. Yep, not surprised by that. Now, because red's going to have a set here, I don't want to hit him. He's not going to get this break off. He misses. Okay, he gets that break off, but he misses the other one. Purple's not going to have a set. He can't get through the 15 here, so I'm not even going to worry about it. All right, let's do this. That was horrible dice. Why is there a random 9 there? Doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think there's any worthwhile in hitting purple. But now we trade. Oh no, he's gonna open up red's cap here. He refuses to hit red, which is not good. It's not like red just is getting more troops than both of us. That is not good. Wow, that is overkill. He must not know where I'm capped. You don't put all of this here unless you know where I'm capped. Or you're just punting on the game. Like, I don't understand that at all. I really don't think he realizes I'm capped here. Yeah, he had no idea I was capped here. He's not even going to move this, is he? All right, purple's still not on a trade-in. I'm just going to make this like 25. Purple's going to potentially win this game simply because of what is happening on the other parts of the board here. But I think that this was the biggest mistake by red, was opening up the cap that he did not know enough about. Afford to keep this bad boy a little bit weak. More like a lot of it weak. I guess red could have a set on 3. I didn't even really consider that. I don't have one of my own. I did not get good dice there. I actually got exceptionally bad dice throughout a lot of that. Lost 7. Oh, I guess I hit a 10 that I didn't realize was a 10. I guess I didn't realize I only had 7. So that maybe is where that bad dice that I saw is coming from. Lost 4 on a 5, not ideal. 32 on the 38. Would have preferred to lose less than that. We don't even see purple take his card there. If red has a set on 3, we're probably doomed. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Oh. Comes in place for the cap here. Oh, if he makes it there. He doesn't even probably make it there. He's going to let me hold way too much board, especially if he doesn't play off forgets to play off the 7 or the 3 here. Does he try to take his bonus back? He does. I don't love that purple's not hitting him amongst all of this, but it is what it is. He's going to remember the 7 and the 3, which is not great. Fail? Alright, that actually boxes the 7 off. I'm fine with that. Still hold a decent amount. Trades are quite high, though. Purple will be able to take this soon, especially if he's got a set on 3. So I have to play a little bit defensively here. This here... That there. That there. Is this enough? 5 on 3? Probably not enough. Defend my cap instead. Basically, I have to trade when I can trade, and I can't trade, so it's not great. Purple can't actually do anything with this. I guarantee you it comes left to hit me. Yep. Because he is so focused. Nah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give red the benefit of the doubt here. Actually, hang on. I don't even have a trade-in, so I can't play off of this anyway. Although red won't have a set here either. That, I don't like that. I don't know what purple only does that if him and red are friends. I really don't understand that. Why slam that material there? He doesn't go right for the capital though, which is interesting. Because you would think if you were cheating, you'd go right for the capital. Although the fact that he's holding 17 on the border here, nothing on purple, I don't really understand purple's MO here. Reopen. Why would you reopen the capital? I don't have a set right now, so... And clearly purple wants to sack into me, so... I may as well not hit him with anything else. Or let him get any more troops than he was already getting. But with a 50 trade, like, it's not going to matter. Yeah, like, look at that. What is this? That's insane. If he doesn't keep attacking red, that's actually... Alright, that's just blatant. He's upset that I played the game well, I guess. I don't really understand. If I don't see red jump to 3 caps here, I'm very confused by the state of this game. I get why red's targeting me. I'm not upset at red. The plays by purple make no sense. And if I see this material come up top to me, I really don't know what to say. It's tough to beat 2 players, I'll tell you that much. I was having an interesting play with red, and I understand maybe why purple tried to get involved, but I don't understand that from a sacking caps perspective. I need to try to bait purple here. I think that's my only choice. As much as I'd love to go aggress red still. He still has this cap down here. I didn't get a trade on 3 though, so I can be card blocked here. Playing off of this now, which means he's hitting red, which to me, if he's hitting red right now, he's just bad. That's the only thing that makes sense here. And red's hitting him back. What is happening? I report for harassment because you cap slam when you clearly can't win the capital. I mean, basically an even if not less roll, right? I had like 28 here. He had 19. And then rolls it again later. Red still hasn't taken that, by the way, which I think is foolish. But I guess what I'm going to do here is just take both of these bonuses, but not hit red any more than I need to. Because I have to back off, right? Like, I can't play the game the way I'm playing the game right now. Or like I was with red. And I actually think I could have beaten red, even with the aggression from his trade-in, right? Because then he had set in, and then I have the ability to operate from that. And this way, on this turn, I don't hit purple, right? I only hit red. And maybe we get lucky enough to have purple do something. Now, he did have the trade on 3, which... having this cap down here benefits him. If red got both of these caps, he basically wins the game, although we would have a 1-point card block off of that. Trades are super high now. They'll be up to 70 probably by the time red trades in. And if purple hits red a bunch, then all right, we've got a game on our hands. So I'm glad I didn't report for collabing. I maybe prematurely reported for the harassment one, but it really didn't make any sense with why purple would have seen red still get more than me, because throughout that sequence, I believe red was still getting more than me per turn because he was successfully breaking me in all of these spots. And purple comes and steals the cap, which, mind you, he understood. I knew he knew this was here because he was actually the only player in the early game who did know that was there. Now, red is capped here. I imagine he's defending this better than he was before. He actually is going to come hit me. Really? He trades. All right, fair enough. I thought maybe I could get away with the bonus play there. But if red tries to fight both of us, I don't think he's going to win that exchange. I do have the set now, which is good. So despite getting hit as hard as I did, I've managed to recover at least a little bit. And I hope that red just hits purple so much that he forgets about the 36 over here. I can just take the card in the middle and chill. I don't want to set right now if I can avoid it. So if red doesn't get into this region, I'll feel fine to set on 5 when I need to. Because I'd rather roll the dice of having back-to-back trades on 3. Again, because red skipped. Well, actually, red skipped earlier, but that didn't really matter. He forgot to break me over here, mind you. So we are just going to hit in the middle. Hold my cap how it is. Red is not taking the second cap over there, because otherwise purple would be down to 1. So we'd see him, or I guess it would be his third cap, because he has whites over here. And we just need to not. This is an important thing in this game. When you see 2 loose cannons, in particular, I think purple's more of a loose cannon than red. Red's maneuvers have made sense, right? I hit him over here, and admittedly, I was trying to find where the white capital was, see if he had it defended, etc. I didn't have enough troops to get over there after eliminating pink. So I got why he battled me. I get why I battled back. That all makes sense to me. Purple's plays here have not made a whole lot of sense. Actually, honestly, I think purple would have been better off if he let me... like if he just let me and red fight and he just sat tight, which I get is kind of a lame way to play. So it's a good thing that he's introducing himself to the game. I don't think he hit red enough here. He is not playing off of his 90, so red's getting so many troops that he can just retaliate. If we see this flip, that's going to be the biggest tell for us. I'm a little bit worried that that's what we're going to see happen, even though purple committed more than 50% of his last trade in down here. He did put 35 troops here. He put about 50% of his trade down here. He's put the 7 troops he's gotten over the last 3 turns down here. I'm still worried red's going to get my cap. And if red gets my cap, he holds all of this for free, plus all of this over here as well, which is not ideal. If we see that number flip, I'm going to trade in the moment I see it, and we're going to go. It might even be worth looking at it now, but especially if it flips. Because this cap back here does not serve me good. Blue's original cap is not good for me. This did not flip. I'm going to trade the horses, try to get ourselves a better trade on the next turn. I am going to dump everything here, because there's a chance I can just win my cap back. Red hasn't taken it yet. I don't want to roll that right now. I'd rather let... I'm going to keep that here. I'm going to try to bait purple. I don't care if red sees that. I don't want to roll it. I don't think rolling it does me any good right now. I don't have a trade on 3. I was hoping to have that. Okay, he hits in front here. That's also kind of what I was hoping for. Because actually, there's some argument to be made here that I can still set a pretty wide board card block from this cap, purple's cap, which is not great. It just really comes about who sets a card block first. I don't get the feeling that red is going to be the type of player to understand a card block. Red understands the basic fundamentals of risk. I've been impressed with their game so far. They did a really good job of breaking me. They caught me off guard with where they left some troops, which admittedly I don't think is an inherently strong play, but it might work out for them. And we leave this here. Honestly, if anything, to maybe backdoor the cap over here. The fact that red kept some troops in front of purple here is helpful for me. I really, the biggest thing I want to see is red roll here. It does seem like he's going to come off this position on the right to come hit me. Maybe not. Doesn't add anything extra there. I really thought he was going to. But part of the reason I don't roll purple's cap here is because I really don't think it benefits me right now. I think it would be a mistake to do that. I almost need purple to trade and then try to hit red again because purple's clearly, you know, okay, red does hit me over here. I think that might have been a little premature there, pal. I don't think you've got good enough defense on this cap over here. I don't think he's defending this over here well enough. I think he's been keeping a lot of troops off cap this entire time, and I haven't hit him in a while. And I was correct. And I got good dice on that. We're back up to 3 capitals. And that is a decent flip. Now, if you're wondering, see money, why didn't you hit up this way? Because I don't want to open this 29 back to me. I don't think that does me any good. We do have a trade in right now. Now, mind you, purple might just take the 1 card here, and because he doesn't want to hit red. So that benefits me. Red shouldn't be able to retake the cap over here. So this ended up working out for him, the 42 here. Red can cycle back around to this, but I don't think it's going to benefit him. And we actually are close to a position in which we can 1-point hold him. Now, well, into purple's cap, right? Purple's not playing off of this anymore. Red can come back here all he stinking pleases. I do not care. That is way too many troops to take his pocket as well. It might even benefit me to just remove as much of this garbage as I can. But purple has not broken him down here at all, so he's holding all of these bonuses. He's going to come open this cap up. I think that benefits me. Maybe I just play off of this, honestly. I could trade in. I don't really want to. Not in our current position. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to... I'm going to break this bonus here. And we're going to break this bonus here. I'm not going to hit that 13. I don't think that benefits me. So I just do that. I'll even pull this 6 around here. Because I'm trying not to aggress purple. I understand that he has this cap, and this cap is much better than what I've got on these other 2 spots, but I think that's okay. He's hitting red now. Only a little bit, though. I think red turned his sights onto me a little too early, and I think that's going to backfire. Now, he is still getting 34 troops. If I hit all of this material, he's probably down to about 28, 20, 25 to 28, somewhere in that region. And I could 1-point him here and then into purple's cap. I also wonder if he tries to roll this instead of hitting me. Because he could. With a trade-in and the 30-something troops he's getting, he absolutely could roll this 49 cap. He has not placed any of his troops yet, though. Man, this game has been a roller coaster of emotions. I thought we really had like a kind of glass, or not glass cannon, but those glass houses shouldn't throw stones type situation with red early on. And now he may be quitting. Which I think, if that happens, I mostly bail on this left side position, and I try to go take purple's cap here. He does bot. This is going to be a lot of churn here. As nice as that cap is back there, I'd rather have this one. And red has botted, so we'll see what that ends up meaning for us. Scattered his entire trade in all throughout the board as well. And I had a feeling that purple may attack down this way. Or to the right. That's way less than I thought he was over here. He's going to hit me. He split his stack here, though, right? Because that was his last position. He got 87 troops. He already had 90 there. Yeah, I can't believe Red botted. This one was a roller coaster. Tried to keep it together there for a little bit, albeit kind of frustrating. We are going to have Red bot roaming, presumably coming off cap and roaming through the middle. So if this comes off cap forward into the open space, that's fine. I don't like that. I need to get it out of this region. If it comes off cap behind me, that's worse. But we do have the opportunity to react wherever we need to. Interestingly, I don't see this bot attacking. It just attacked elsewhere first, so it must have retaken this bonus here first. I don't have a trade on 3. We're going to have to plan to remove. It does come off this way. All right, it comes off that way. So I think I have to take this risk here. At least breaking it in every spot. I don't actually think I want to go take that cap yet. There's like a 70. This is expensive because of how strong this bot was. Five on 3. Win the 5 on 3. Can I win this 5 on 3? Can I win a 4 on 3? I can. That's nice. This is actually protecting me, although it may trade in. So I need to try to whittle this bot down a little bit. The 63 in the middle of the board may end up helping me, though. And I think I have to trade in whenever I can. He must have come to take this bonus here. Did it break him? It did not even break him. He's just taking this anyway. Interesting. If I can 2-point hold all of this, though, we'll be all right. I just don't want the bot to place any of these troops down at the bottom. And it does. Oh, it just placed 15 of its 18 troops down here. Oh, it attacks with the 3, though. That's actually quite good. The 63 comes out. You almost hope that it hits up to purple first. Split some to the right. This bot is going to be a nuisance. If you guys ever wonder why I enjoy playing the neutral AI games, it's for reasons like this one. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to set. And the reason I'm going to set, we're going to put some troops over here just for a little bit of safety. But predominantly, this setting is for taking all of this down here. So we're going to go 9 here. We're going to go, 18 there. Maybe another 15 in here. And then the rest here to take all of this. Dang it. All right. So now the bot's like mostly in the middle. Purple does trade. I would not be surprised to see him come try to take a cap from me. This 20 is a good guard, though. And he won't be able to get another cap if he does come down this way. Which he does. This is very good for me. Because if he hits this 19, he shouldn't have enough to hit the 51. 15. Steps down to try to take this, presumably. 81 on 51 shouldn't win, but might. No, he's going to hit red here. Hit as much of red as you want, purple. If this means second place for you, even though you made the strangest play earlier, by all means, knock yourself out. Because this bot is going to be trading in soon, and I've managed to put it in a position to hopefully put most of its troops in front of you and not me. Or at least close to you and not me. Oh my goodness. If this doesn't trade on 4, this would actually be insane. He just hit so much of this bot. That is so kind of him. Please don't trade on 4. I might actually be able to eliminate it. Although it probably needs to open up at least one of my capitals. It does trade on 4, and it puts 66 troops behind me. Oh my god, no. Because it's been a bonus taker this whole time. It just put 26 here and like 60 here. That is just a travesty. I wish I had put more troops in both of these spots. That's for sure. I should open this one at least. I don't have a set. Some expensive cards back here, that's for sure. I'm not worried about this 90 here. So I think what I do is I just... Because again, I think this is a bonus taker. Should take that bonus. Purple managed to hold all of these bonuses in here. He's gonna hit me. That's funny. That won't be enough to kill red here. Still getting 9 because it's got, what, the +1 and the +2? Puts 5 there, 3 there, 1 there. Not going to attack me. Go back. Oh, you were a bonus taker, though. You betrayed me. It betrayed me. It's going to break me again. Did I change its behavior? I changed its behavior. How did I do that? Oh, no. Yes. Oh, but you broke me, but you're not going to break him. Interesting. Interesting, red bot. Not cool. All right. I'll leave that 24 behind me because the hope here... The hope here is that he tries to kill it. I didn't expect to have to basically knock 100 troops out from behind me, though. At least I am still getting as much as I am getting. Does he hit this? No. He does not. He is leaving those troops there, which I think is kind of bold. Okay, that stacked a ton on me there. 25 on me back here. 101 troops over here. That is insane. I know I'm getting way more than purple, but at some point, something's got to give. I'm going to trade in again here. If that 25 rolled to the right, that would be ideal. So I can take this out. Once I secure all of that, like that's what I want. I want to secure all of this down here. I'm not super concerned about the 90 cap up here. I could actually give it up. I could use this to let the 102 into purple because I don't really care about that capital. All right, I've got a strategy here. And that strategy is defend all of these 3 capitals. Knock this crap out of here. That was horrible dice. All right, that's the strategy. I don't want that capital. He can trade in if he wants to, because there's 102 troops sitting here that he needs to deal with. He's going to come for this cap, which we know he can't take because I actually defended it. Or he could even roll it, but... Nope, he can't take it. Sweet. So he just crapped those troops away, which is delightful. I dropped the well played because I'm still salty. He sacked my cap earlier for no reason. He might come look at this, which I want him to do. Yes, take it with that. Blunder your troops. Blunder your troops. Oh, this is perfect because this 102 should just gut right up through here. He knocked it. He didn't completely knock it out up here. But this bot should theoretically trickle right up through here. Keep it coming. Come on. And that'll act almost as like a natural card block on him. And then maybe I can even go get it back. But now we're holding all of this. I can defend this here. Red's still here, which is what it is. Let's see. Does he still have this bonus? Oh, how dare you have this still? That's not okay. We don't want that. How does he have 12? He's got this and the cap. He must just have a ton of territories, I guess. I have a trade on 3. I wonder if he tries to roll red here. Bot will end up on 3 cards here. I've got these caps. I've literally got 150 more troops than him right now. It might be worthwhile to just trade and try to hunt it. Although I don't know. Probably not, honestly. I think what I try to do is I try to bait him into thinking he's got it, and then he doesn't. Because there's so many clusters of troops down in here. This bot is still way bigger than you'd think it would be. I also still need to defend this. 120 troops. If purple gets this, that's not ideal. So I keep this pretty slim right now. Did it make it to him up here? I think so. So that's a +3, yeah? Yes, it is. Then he trades. He might go for the elimination here, which is exactly what I was hoping for, because I don't know that he, unless it opened his full cap, which, all right, fine. He won't trade in off of this. If that's what happens, then I should just win the game. Because if my concern was I take out too much of red and then I just feed it to him for free, which I absolutely did not want to do. So he may get this, and if he doesn't, we probably do, unless it trades on 3, in which case, yikes. Now, if he gets the cap here, we do have to be a little bit concerned about that. Interesting. What's it down to? 9. He didn't even break it up here, interestingly. I don't know if he was trying to open me to come make a play into it. This should be able to get here. So I can just dump everything on the right side, almost certainly. Do we think he burned all of that material, though? I don't know that I'm convinced. But it's on 4 cards. Here's where I'm sitting. He doesn't have a trade-in. I can kill guard it up here if I know that I can't kill it on that line. So I'm going to come off this way. I don't know what's down here. I don't believe it was still getting 9. I don't believe that he took it out down here. If it trades in up here, it trades in up here. At least I'm not feeding it to him. I should have split my troops here. I should have made sure I had something to check down below. Hopefully it doesn't set. I don't think he would have actually kept troops on this cap. He just beelined right for the cap instead of eliminating the bot, which is not ideal. Because it's probably going to set in right now. I'm trying to pay respect to this player by eliminating red because purple stayed, but all that's doing is making this game take longer. That does nothing for you, but okay. All right, fingers crossed the bot doesn't set. Otherwise, it probably... Although he did break it. It's got the +1 up here. Oh, no. That actually worked for purple because he took the cap. I got debated. Of course, it's stacked here because I put all these troops here. I should have hit into it and then backed up. In case this was the... I didn't think it was the end of it, but I didn't want to give him the kill for free. At least it sent most of those troops to the right. Probably hits this 10, honestly. Alright, I can at least put stuff back here. He's not on a set, so... I'm not going to put a lot, because I don't think I need to put a lot. How much did it lose hitting me there? It lost only 48. So it's got more in front of him than it has in front of me. Wait. Yeah. Those are the words I meant to speak. Have a trade in. I think I just take it out now. So there's probably about 70 up here at least. Try not to fumble this game. I don't know how much is down here. I'm going to put at least that much there. I'm not getting good dice here. It's 61 that he just fortified there. All right, he's probably going to win this cap off of me up here. I don't think it matters, though, because now I'm back on 4, and the bot is gone, so he can't steal the bot's cards, which is exactly why I played that the way that I did. So if he trades on 3 here, we're probably in pretty good shape. And if he leaves all of these troops off cap like he's doing, he probably just feeds me, like, his bonuses and stuff. Now, mind you, he saw what I hit here with. Still thought it was a good idea to go open that. All right, this game was honestly pretty grueling. And yet, we managed to turn it around. I don't know why Red quit. Seemed like he threw in the towel, even when he was on 5 cards, threw in the towel because I stole his cap on the right-hand side here. I thought that was a bit bizarre. Come on, open the 18. Open the 18. Yes, thank you. Slams that. That's actually better. Play off the 7 this way. Play off the 11 that way. He doesn't defend this capital, so we are just going to steal that from him. We're going to make this 100. And that there. All right. Let's do this. We will slider. Even with him on a trade here in a moment, we get incredible dice on that. That's insane. I'm going to hit that. Let's do this. As much of that as we can. If he ends up winning this cap over there, I don't really care. This is just like a preliminary maneuver here. Let him set. Let him use whatever he wants. He did move that 60 stack back to cap. But we took this cap from him over here. He actually doesn't even trade. I'm not sure if he didn't have one or what, but fine by me. Because we're going to get an absolute monstrous amount of troops here. I know that he's on 5 cards, but if he doesn't decide to break all of these spots, then setting the block early is the best way to do this, I believe. Because if he just chooses to go in one spot, then we're pretty much golden. Yeah, see exactly what we wanted. He doesn't even clear the 20s on the backside. Loses 23 on a 20. So, if you have people in the comments being like, oh, Simon, you shouldn't have reported that guy. I addressed that at some point in the video. I agree. It was premature. I mistook is the word I'm looking for. I mistook what was really, and Red, again, should have punished that play, but he didn't. I mistook essentially what was a not so good play for somebody just blatantly targeting me. Which, like, those things aren't mutually exclusive. A not so great play can also be somebody targeting you, but again, I mistook that scenario for that. What we are going to do here, because we already have these blocks set there, I'm going to do this. Just in case he has a trade on 3. So I just want people to know that, like, I'm not. I hope this player doesn't get banned. I guess is the biggest thing. They just made a not so great play. It ended up working out for them even more weirdly because this cap absolutely should have been yoinked by Red, but Red couldn't, for a couple turns there, couldn't get his mind off of hitting me. It seems that Purple does not have a trade-in. He's also going to pull off cap. I respect the hustle. I respect that he's still trying. I really do. Unfortunately, oh boy. I was going to say, unfortunately for him, I don't think it's going to work out. And those of you who are frustrated about this 11 sitting here for like 10 turns, you are more than welcome. I've been noticing it there. I meant to fortify it, but the fortifies have just been better in other places. He bought? Yeah, he bought it. Okay. So those troops will come off cap, and we'll finally wrap this up an hour and 10 minutes in. Is that it? I could have sworn he had more troops there. Did he really only have that many? Because if so, I feel a little bit bad. Oof. Oh, sorry, brother. I am going to world dom because I feel like this particular time I have earned it. Shout out to Purple for sticking around. Red probably could have won this game if he stuck around. But I'm not going to complain anymore. I already have. And I'm going to give a shout out to Lord Deox and Storm 5600. If you guys want a shout out like those two guys, all you got to do is subscribe. Make sure you have public subscriptions on, and I'll give you a shout out in an upcoming video. Thank you very much to those two for subscribing, and also to Topher Strike Topher Strikes X for subscribing during my recording session here. Blue was a master. White was a master. Purple an expert, very interestingly. Novice and beginner on pink and red, respectively. If you guys enjoyed this video, all you got to do is hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'd greatly appreciate it. As always, everybody, I've been Seamany. Thank you very much for subscribing and watching. As always, I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Messed that outro up. Oh well. Peace.